The shadows whisper secrets of danger. How do you plan to outsmart these relentless foes? Share your strategy with me.
Hi y'all. Trey gang in the building. And you know it's finna go down. The perfect time. Trey gang. Ugh. Body blows that make these suckers fold. Disclaimer. Fair use act. Education purpose use only. All rights and music clip belong to their respective owner, and we do not claim ownership. Is my mic cool? Is I'm going in and out? Is I'm low or high frequency? Drop it in my chat if you hear me loud and clear. You got 30 minutes before you get off? Oh, no worries. No worries. You ain't gonna miss nothing. Stay tuned. Cause when you get off, you know Trigger ain't still gonna be laughing. That's when you gonna get in your car, goddamn it, on the way home with the radio up all the way up. Well, cause you know you got your Bluetooth set up on your phone, so you finna hear Trigger screaming, "Pow!" And then when you be in traffic and stuff, people gonna be looking like, what the fuck? You know, that lady on the goddamn phone, he on the phone or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They be like, what the hell? This payah game dangerous. Boy, this payah game dangerous right here. Hey, look. Let's look at it like this here, y'all. I finally, when I stamped this, Trey Gang never went live be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? When I say I stamped this, This is what I believe now. And you finna believe it too. Look, you finna believe it too. I ain't finna ask for no Sherls, cause that's automatic. I ain't finna ask for no you know what I'm saying? That's automatic. Everything finna be automatic. When I say, hey man, look, you need to get on your hands and knees in doggy style, with your face to the ground and pray to the Lord, with your booty cheeks up. I really do that, you know what I'm saying? Praising the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? Cause that's a submit. Man, look. Let me get to it. Pow! This is what I'm finna get at. Lovely Kenneka Jenkins. I want to do the best thing that I can for you. I just hope that I can wake everybody up and at least show the world. We saw this on footage when they said they last saw you at Tucson. And the narrative they got us thinking, last saw at Tucson. But go back to one song. Look what happened at one song. Explain why they all last saw at Tucson. But make a point exactly. The stuff that I got on my screen right now, I'm finna pinpoint Mr. Reese at the hotel. This is what I want to show y'all. Watch this, y'all. Look, watch this. I gotta get straight to it. You want me to get straight to it? Thumb me up right now. Let Trey get straight to the T. Now I got to learn how to stop talking too much and get straight to the T and prove my point. Cause that'll be better for everybody in the world that's trying to find out what happened to Kenneka. So this is my chance and the opportunity to show y'all, hey, Trey Gang really lined it up now. He been lined it up when he got the letter, but he really lined it up. As I keep speaking, y'all keep tweaking the like button. Cause watch this. Check this out. Now y'all see this on the screen. If you've been following me, what time this is? And this very important. Once you get the time, you finna this off the rip. You finna be like, whoa, Trey Gang, you on to something. What time this is? We all been here. You got all the other people got their theories and thoughts on it. You got a lot of people that's flipping that narrative. But if you stick to the evidence, or you can stick to the script. I want to know what time this is. If you been following me, can y'all see it? Let me see, can y'all see? Oh, damn, I can't even pull my goddamn chat up. I got to read the chat in the comment. All right. Check this out. This what time it is. This at 1:59 going on 2 o'clock. This at 1:59 going on 2 o'clock, right? When I say not 2 hours out, cause this side gonna say 3:59, right? And this is gonna say 2:59. But Trey Gang said, hey, I broke it down and I said I finally realized the hours off 2 hours. The crowd went crazy. Cause this why the crowd went crazy. For the simple fact, if this at 1:59, we know Leonora got a police statement saying that, hey, did you last when you last contacted Kenneka at 1:30? 1:30. This 30 minutes later. Keep this in mind. Go back to the lobby footage. Guess who we all seen in the lobby? Leonora. With who? Hugged up, kissing on her cousin. With another young lady on the side and seeing all of this. Cause guess what? When you saw Kenneka, aka Balls, and seen that she came in at 3:15, it's gonna be according to this footage at 3:15 coming in the front of the lobby. And I say not 2 hours out, that means that's gonna be at 1:15 that she came in the lobby, right? So 15 minutes later, Leonora texts. You see what I'm saying? I'm ready to go. Through Kenneka's phone. But guess who already got possession of the phone? Cause once you look at it like this here, what do this look like at 1:59? Look, boom, 1:59. Remember Irene said I went live at 1:30. So now we got Irene live at 1:30. And we all watched the live video. And that live is 6 minutes long. And we already heard, come out the room. The mama out there, watch how Trey Gang finna put Miss Teresa there with her own words on the 911 call. When you not 2 hours out for it. And I swear the crowd finna go wild. Cause look, now you see how the time froze up? Now this how I did my research. I said, okay, the time froze up. I'm in the minutes, so I calculate the minutes, how many minutes the time froze up. This how many minutes the time will be freezed up, right? Y'all remember how you normally watch the footage and the time just skip automatic to the next time skip, keep playing refusably? This is finna be a dead giveaway because this gonna be at 1:59. Look how long this pause. To make a long story short, look how many minutes it skipped. Boom. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. And guess what? You got the white girl and then you got the brother. You got Kenneka. Guess where they all going? Nah. This at 2 o'clock. 2:01. 2:01. Watch this. Keep watching. You got the brother on the footage. You got the white girl just went in the cut because you know she finna go to the pool area. That's where they finna go. Straight to the pool area. Now keep this in mind. 30 minutes earlier before this, you will see Leonora in the footage with her own cousin, you know, kissing and hugging, and then they're gonna leave out that John, and a couple of minutes later, balls come in. And then once balls come in, that's gonna be at 3:16. So really at 1:16. Then think about the phone conversation with Leonora. It's gonna be at 1:30, cause that's when they're gonna be like, "Did you were the last one?" That's why the news said, "Was you the last one that contacted Kenneka?" She said, "No." Now look at the setup. Here go the setup. Now this is 2:01. Now you know something happened to Kenneka round one something. This your proof right here. Round one some, Kenneka look. Kenneka gonna be in that pool area, just like what Friends K said in this letter right here. And watch this. This the crazy part about it, cause I'm finna go particular to the time frame when that man said around 12 something. He went proceed to go to the room. He saw a girl in there unconscious, and that was Kenneka. She had all her clothes on. He didn't think nothing suspicious. They would be at 12 something. At 1 something, the man said, "Hey." An hour later, round 1 something, check this out. Right here where you read it right here. This at 12 something. He said, "I proceeded to go to the room and to the investigate a complaint." There was on cameras on every floor. Now this at 12 something. This is what I'm showing y'all at 1 something. You know, this going on 2, right? This finna go on 2 o'clock, gang. Look, this going on 2 o'clock. Now you see how if you bump it up 2 hours later, you'll be like, "Well, they leaving." Bump it 2 hours earlier, that's the setup. Cause now you finna going on 2 o'clock. All right. Check this out. Boom. This at 2:02. Boy, when I say I'm finna spill some tea, watch how I'm finna spill the tea, cause you got to watch this footage. That's at 2:02. Watch what you finna see on the footage. I'm gonna keep skipping it till we get to the next time frame. Bam. All right. Boom. You got these people in here. They a part of it. That's why they get the privilege to walk the hall, cause they in on it. You see what I'm saying? They in on. So that's why the police clear everything and try to make it look normal this way. Check it out. Watch this. Check it out, right? You got Bree. Now look. You got Bree. Look. Bree on the phone. Guess who Bree will be talking to? Check this out. This at 2:07. You got Monifa. Watch this. This at 2:07. Look. You got Shamaya and Bree, right? Keep this in mind. This at 2:07. Watch how Miss Teresa finna expose the whole cover up just by that 911 call. Y'all see they in and out the parking lot, right? Watch this. This at 2:07. You know something happened. Something happened to her, but she's still alive at this point. Watch this. Let me keep scrolling to the time, you know what I'm saying, skip. Damn, man, that's what I hate. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to, I'm skipping it. Boom, right there. Boom. Now you got the white girl. Now guess what time this is? It's at 2:19. Now you see how she coming out? Boom. That's at 2:19. Y'all remember this call right here? Keep this in mind. What do this sound like now when you heard Miss Teresa know the truth about the timestamp? And she told y'all she got the call at 4:34. And this was exactly the footage finna show at 4:34 according to this timeline right here. But when Trey Gang say not 2 hours off, this where this come in at. Watch the 911 call.
I was laying in bed. I just had breast surgery.
Probably been on shift for about 45 minutes. So I just want to make sure that, maybe she didn't get arrested and sent on her. You know what I mean? I just want to double check everything. But
okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. But it doesn't look like we had any run-ins with her last night at all. Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses, or she's probably?
No, actually, because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance
this
will not
gonna be a Tucson. Right this.
And her friends kept calling my phone. I told them to stay out here. They stayed out here they called me like about 3-something in the morning. I was laying in bed. I just had breast surgery. I fought
and check this out.
Breast cancer. So
look.
I'm, so
now y'all just heard that. This what happened when you go along with the footage. You said you got the call at 3-some? Oh, cause this what timestamp they were gonna go along in the beginning. Right? That's why she said she got the call around 3-some. Cause she going along with the footage and the narrative, but it's actuality this at 2-something. Right? Cause guess what 2-something gonna look like on the footage? Y'all see that girl right there? Who Miss Teresa would meet up with in the lobby that would look just like this girl? It look like this this lady here is a young teenager, and you see her mama on the footage. Miss Teresa in the lobby with the mama walking up to the room. Look, walking up to the room. So, all I just want y'all to see, boy, y'all finna go wild with this shit. Cause that lady said, watch how criminate this 911 call. Everything what she said in this 911 call. Watch how it's finna match up mysteriously at 2-something. And Miss Teresa went along with the narrative cause they gonna agree to show this round about this time. This at 2-some. But Miss Teresa gonna have this 911 call cause she know what's on this footage. And she said, yeah, it was a girl. Said she saw my daughter downstairs with a group of girls and a group of guys, and guess who would have saw them? Her. I told y'all. Watch how this finna sound like.
Dated off medication early, and they telling me she out here. So once I rejuvenated, to strengthen myself enough to get up and drive out here to look for. Once they brought me my car, I came right out here, and I came to the hotel and I showed them a picture of her and I asked them if they see it, and it was a lady in the lobby.
And check this out. This gonna be at 2-some in the morning. Look, I swear to God, this gonna be at 2-some in the morning. Who would have seen her at 2-some in the morning and Miss Teresa on the call and said, I went up there. Cause keep this in mind, according to the investigator, they said Miss Teresa was notified immediately when her daughter was missing. I let the lawyer tell you that. Matter of fact, look at this 911 call and look at this at 2:19. And when Irene said I last saw her at 2-something, guess who last saw her at 2-something? And Miss Teresa too. Cause Miss Teresa said, hey, you did what, Miss Teresa?
And she heard me asking at the front desk, and she said it was music. She did hear music. She called the one downstairs to report the...
And that would be the same time they get a noise complaint when Fresh K sent me that letter, said, yeah, you know, around 2-something, I went up there and about the music. Oh, and they got it in the reports, and you got Miss Teresa on the 911 call, say she went to the room, cause she the one that called about the noise complaint. Hi, y'all. That's why they don't want to talk about this stuff. Big Payal gang. Share this live right now, guy. Do that. Look. Did Miss Teresa just admitted that at 2-something you would be at the hotel at 2-something with Kenneka phone? Look what you're gonna see on this footage. So Miss Teresa cover her tracks. Everybody else at 2-something, cause they all agreed to show. Look, bump it up 2 hours. It won't look so suspicious. It would look like a search. 2 hours off, it look like murder. Look, right there. Swear to God, listen to this whole 911. This call right here. That lady, did she pinpoint herself at the crime scene when she said this at 2-something?
In the bed. I just had breast surgery. I fought.
Hold on. Let me
run-ins with her last night.
Look.
See if maybe she was here at all. What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Kenneka Jenkins.
Yeah.
All right, and could you spell her?
The room
Over
wasn't
with.
registering her name. She came with some friends here.
No, I just want to verify. I'm about to say I actually just came in myself. Probably been on shift for about 45 minutes, so I just want to make sure that, you know, maybe she didn't get arrested and sent on her. You know what I mean? I just want to double check everything. But
okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
And I got to stop it right there, cause did y'all hear Miss Teresa on the walkie-talkie, on the police walkie-talkie? Watch this.
I just want to verify. I'm about to say I actually just came in myself. Probably been on shift for about 45 minutes, so I just want to make sure that, you know, maybe she didn't get arrested and sent on her. You know what I mean? I just want to double check everything.
Did y'all just hear that? So the walkie-talkie is actually picking up their conversation what she having on the phone, and when it transmit, that's why you hearing this shit, bro. And he said, I've been on the shift for about 35, 40 minutes. That's right after the crime scene. That's right after the murder. Come on, gang. Sure it is now. All this 911 call, this whole 911 call is about this footage. Look. This at 2-something. This at 2-something. Look what you finna see on 2-something. Right? Look at the narrative. This why they said everybody saw her last at 2-something. Guess who will all see her last at 2-something? In the pool area. Just like what Friends Cave said. Still alive, but shallow breathing on the edge of death. Let me keep playing this video.
But
okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're very welcome. But
Why say she
it
finna
doesn't
give
look
it
like
up?
we had any run-ins with her last night at all.
Liar.
Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses or
a friend room to the pool room?
No, actually,
Nope.
because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance will not pay for nobody.
Yeah.
No one besides her.
And watch this.
Her friends kept calling my phone. I
What
told them to
time?
stay out here. They stayed out here for. They called me.
See that? She said her friends kept calling my phone. I told them to stay out here.
Will not pay for nobody. No one besides her. And her friends kept calling my phone. I told them to stay out here. They stayed out here for. They called me like about 3-something in the morning.
Ooh, according to these footage, they'll be around 3-something in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. And watch how this finna be really messed up, y'all. Watch how this really finna be messed up. Cause if you go to this, they said what time Kenneka will be, if you said you got to call around 3-something, guess what time they showing Kenneka walking to a freezer? Then they said they
Imagine being able to
3-something.
build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44,
Look.
a complete AI creation.
This was just released to us a few hours ago.
Watch this.
This video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking into the
What
kitchen,
time?
but we never see her
What
entering
time,
the freezer.
though? This how
and
I
tonight,
wanna know.
that is why her family is not satisfied with the theory that she walked
'Cause
into
guess
the
what
freezer on her own.
Look.
Surveillance
Look at the
video
names
shows
here.
Kenneka Jenkins walking with friends at the Crown Plaza Hotel early Saturday morning. We see her
Yeah.
a few hours later by herself. At one point, she stumbles out of an elevator. Later, she repeatedly hits the wall walking down this hallway. Another camera catches her
And match
running
this
into a
up with
stairwell
this.
and then catching her
And
fall.
all this at
Video
one
time
song.
codes appear to show Kenneka roaming the hotel.
Look, check this out. And look, this is going to be at 1-something. Check this out. They're going to say, if Miss Teresa said she got to call around 3-something, what this would make Teresa look like? Oh, we done fucked up. We done messed up big time. Because Miss Teresa said, what now? This show you proof that Miss Teresa went along with the 911 call. That's why it was scripted. Cause look what they said, what?
I told them to stay out here. They stayed out here for. They called me like about 3-something in the morning.
Hi, y'all. In the door. I told y'all. Look, at 3-something, look what they footage show at 3-something. 3-something. Keep this in mind. This show you prove that she went along at 3-something. Cause if you look at this 911 call and look at it, Miss Teresa in a way, this how they gonna trick you. Around 3-something. Look, they kept calling my phone. Who kept calling your phone at 3-something? Boom! Who would be on the phone on the footage? Payal, motherfucking Bree. But the setup is, this was at 1-something. Watch this. If this at 122, right? Gang. When I say gang, if this at, watch this. If this at 122, right? And you got Miss Teresa's, well, hold on, let me rephrase this. I got to do this shit right. So everybody get a clear understanding what I'm about to say here. Everybody got my attention right now. Thumb me up, you got my attention right now. You know what I'm talking about? Thumb me up if you got my attention. Watch this. This shit so simple, gang. Look, this how simple it is. Watch this. Miss Teresa on the phone and said, round 3-something, they called me. And I told them to stay out here and bring me my car. This what Crown Plaza agreed to. This what Miss Teresa agreed to. That's why you got Bree on the phone, cause you got to admit, if she on the phone, you got to take that like, yeah, look, boom. Who would be with on the phone? Nobody but Miss Teresa. But Miss Teresa agreed to say it was at 2-something. I mean at 3 something, cause that's why they don't got the time stamp at 4 something in the morning. But they got at 3 something. But if you know the setup, you know this actually at 1 something, cause guess what this finna verify else. This how you know Miss Teresa Leonora truly busted in the game. Cause I'm finna do it like this here. I be right back. Hold on, I be right back. I'm finna go to I gotta go to Kenneka Jenkins, right? I gotta go to Kenneka Jenkins gym dude. I got to go to the gym dude, John. Right here. This is where I got to go to the gym dude. Right here. Hold on, whoa. Slow it down. Alright, I gotta go to the gym dude. Now y'all remember, let's go to the phone. Right? Like we gotta go to the phones. So let's go to hold on. The phone. Let me go to her. It's gonna be the full statement. Alright. We gotta go back to 1 something to catch him up. Alright. Hold on. Wait a minute. Something missing. Photo statements. That's what I need. Statements. Hold on. Let me go to Shemaya and Bree statement. Now, Kenneka, watch this. Here we go right now. Don't this go back to 1:20? And who will have Kenneka phone? I'm ready to go at 1:20. Now this will be at 1:20. And this at 1:22. And guess who will have last contact on the phone? I'm ready to go. The Susu. Pow in the door. You see that? Look, that means if Miss Teresa said they call her around 3 something, and you got Leonora at the same time contact, you got Bree on the phone with Miss Teresa, and guess who will have the phone? Leonora will have Kenneka Jenkins' phone. Texting, I'm ready to go. And guess what she said? This said, what? This said 1:20. Guess what time y'all finna see that white girl come out? Watch this all day long. At 1 something. This what you finna see at 1. Ooh, right there. Boom! At 1:20. That's why they said, look, I'm ready to go. Boy, you leaving the crime scene. And this what Miss Teresa know. Cause this all finna go back with they little lie. And Miss Teresa said, yeah, Miss Teresa, you said what at you got the call at 1 time at 3 something, and then switch it up and say, yeah, I got the call at 4:34. Look at this shit. You mean to tell me 1:19, 1:20, a minute after she leave after pool area, I'm ready to go. No more response to 1:58. But watch this. Look what the next text gonna read. 30 minutes later, me too, I said the D look little. If that's the case, you gotta go back to this. Cause guess what time this finna be? Oh, we. Look. right before everything happened. Look what would happen to Kenneka right then and there. And you got everybody. But let me go to that 911 call and then look and check this out. Now do this finna hit different when Mr. Reese said, yeah, they called me around 3 something because this going on, you know what I'm talking about. Look, in the pool area. And then Mr. Reese done made posts about it. Yeah, tell everybody how crime plows were cleaning out that pool around 3 in the morning. Damn, around 3 in the morning? No wonder I'm catching on to this shit. Look at this game. You got the headlights back here. Boom, right there. And go back to this 911 call because when the news asks the sister, when the last time you had contact with her? Now this at 1:30. That's why Boo will be coming in at 1:30. This, look. Oh, wait, man. Look at this. They can't take it back. So you mean to tell me, damn, this at 3, this will be at 3:31. Boo coming in. Everybody in the 54 broke this down. And then once you go and be like, oh, okay, look, I see what's going on now, right? I see what's going on, right? You know what I'm talking about? Cause this would be the time when you got Bree. That's how you finna link Bree back to Leonora. Cause once you see this footage of her coming in right here, and this at 1:31. This why the news said this about Kenneka Jenkins' sister. That's why they asked her this question, right? Kenneka Jenkins' sister, right? Hold on. They so dumb. They really dumb. Watch this, what she finna say. Right here, I believe.
World to stop saying about your sister.
Look. This shit so crazy.
I'm so sorry. This isn't something.
Watch this.
If there's any other way for you to use us, I'll text you my number. You can.
Hold on, watch this.
Tell this stuff.
We went in the freezer. It wasn't nothing in the freezer.
Listen to this.
Little piece of ice, and the freezer was warm when we got in the freezer. It wasn't even cold. They said they had just turned it up. Even if it was out, it should still be a little cold when the freezer was all full of ice.
Did they say anything about this? If there's any other way for you to use us, I'll text you my number. You can reach out to us. Jamal has my number too, and also, yeah. But if you need anything else, I'm so sorry. This isn't something you should be grieving now. You shouldn't be trying to solve a crime here.
Yeah, but sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. Yes, that's my little sister. I'm not gonna stop until I get
Can I ask you a question, sister? What is it?
No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I need this right here.
That you want to tell the whole world stop saying about your sister negative anything on Facebook, all these lies until the truth come out.
Damn, why they won't let me I know I ain't freezing up right now because it don't supposed to happen like that. Now, YouTube, calm down. Calm down, YouTube, now. Get back to it. Let's see what's going on. Can I click this one? Can't click that one either. Can I click this? I can't click that one either. God damn it. Let me go to my other screen. That ain't working. I'm froze, gang. Let me go back to this. It won't let me zoom in or zoom out on the jump, so I know I'm froze up. Wow. It's all because Leonora finna say we got video that she came up missing at 3 something. Here we go.
What's up, all my money makers? My honey boo bears and my cousins. So first off,
thank you. Thank you for that. I need to go to this. Right here. Watch this.
How did the firefighter defile? Then they come on and told that.
Listen to what they finna tell her about that you last had contact with your sister at 1:30. Right? Look at 1:30. Now you see this, and they finna ask her about that white girl at 1:30. And look, and I'm telling y'all, like, man, look. At 1:00 you gonna see her. And then once you see her at one, you'll be like, damn, why would she would be coming out that motherfucker at 2:19? 2:19. This is 2:19 on the footage. Watch this.
Employee found out which one it is. The employee did it. Which one it is?
No, don't drop no accusations.
No, I'm just getting whatever else you said that the discrepancy was.
Once we was here, they told my mama that the fire department found my sister in the freezer, dead, deceased. But they called her a few days later and told her that they told her that an employee found my sister deceased. It was like 10 of us out here. They did not say.
Did they say anything else that what was in that freezer? Because why so long before somebody would go in a freezer in a hotel this time?
We went in the freezer. It wasn't nothing in the freezer, but one little piece of ice. And the freezer was warm when we got in the freezer. It wasn't even cold. They said they had just turned it up. Even if it was out, you should still be a little cold when the freezer was all full of ice.
Did they say anything about any obvious marks on her, anything like that?
No, they didn't let us see her until they put her in the body bag. We didn't see none down here. We only saw her from neck on up. And her hair was all over her head. It looked like she was spiking. I asked her friends how was her hair was when she left out the hotel. They said her hair was flat and straight down. And when I saw it, it looked like it was just all over her head. It didn't add up. It didn't add up.
Were you the one who spoke with your sister at about 1:30 the night before on Saturday morning? Or no? One of your family members spoke with her at 1:30, right?
No, I know she left at 11:30.
On Friday?
Yeah.
But Saturday morning, there was a report that somebody spoke with her, at least knew that she was alive at 1:30 on Saturday morning. Is there any confirmation that you know of from that? Okay.
No, I didn't.
So we're literally looking for what happened from that time until she was found Sunday morning. I mean, nobody really...
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's a whole day, but not the, like, even if a boy did find her, what made that a boy go into an empty freezer? How? If y'all say y'all don't use this area no more, so why is the boy in this area? I don't know.
There was also concern about her being locked in, possibly. Like, was there a padlock or something on the outside?
They found her in a double freezer. You had to go through one freezer to get through another freezer. But before you enter that freezer room, it's a camera right there. My mother asked them, did the camera work? The man said, the police officer said, detective, he said, I'm not sure.
So
now he said, he told my mama, you can see video, whoever entered that room, before you got in there, you can, yes, you should be able to see it, because it's a camera right there before you enter the room. And it was an emergency lock inside the freezer. So if ain't nobody put her in there, if they say she walked in and like they say, I'm pretty sure that call worker out when she was intoxicated. That supposed to woke her up. Why did she push the button? It wasn't nobody on. I mean, even if she did put herself in, she would have pushed that button in the door supposed to open. It don't add up. So she walked in there. I'm pretty sure my sister would have pushed that button to get up out of there because she was freezing. It ain't right. It's emergency buttons in the door, so just in case the door shut. It ain't even no handle.
Leonor, did you see this video that was traveling around on Facebook? And this is something I want to ask police, because I've asked them before, they said they weren't privy to it today. With a young lady who said she was her friend, who had a knife in her hand and a white T-shirt, and she was. Is there any reason for you to be concerned about?
I saw that, but if it was somebody from the hotel park, the police didn't tell us.
Somebody's doing it.
Yeah, they didn't tell us if it was. They didn't.
That's what I thought. That didn't add up. This had. Okay. If there's any other way for you to use us, I'll text you my number. You can reach out to us. Jim Hall has my number too, and also, yeah. But if you need anything else, I'm so sorry. This isn't something you should be grieving now. You should be trying to solve a crime here.
Yeah, but sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my little sister. I'm not gonna stop until I get you.
Can I ask you a question, sister? What is it that you want to tell the whole world to stop saying about your sister, negative, anything on Facebook, all these lies until the truth come out? What is you want, the message that you want to
I want to tell them to please stop making it seem like my sister was here. Because what she had on, because what you wear don't identify your character. You can't judge a book by its cover. So
did the police at Leonora about this scene that will be going down at 1 something? This shit is so crazy. If this at 1:19, I mean at 2:19, right, when she first left out, right? Look, 30 minutes after she contacted Leonora, watch this. If you got proof that Leonora, hey, when the last time you had contact with Kenneka, it was at 1:30? No, I haven't, cause you got Bree coming in the lobby at 1:30. Guess who they gonna be on the phone with? Miss Goddammit, Miss Teresa. So now you got Bree in the lobby at 1:30 with Kenneka texting, I'm ready to go. And you see Bree left the jacket and all this 54 keys narrative. But like, where Bree at? Talking about I'm 10 minutes away and all this old stuff, right? So now you got Leonora at 1:30 about a murder video. And you go back to this. Watch this. Guess how you finna see the setup? There will be at 1. Hold on. There will be at 2. I need 3. I need 3 o'clock showing on her to this scene. Watch the video. Alright, look, this what you finna get on this video. Now this will be at 1 something. Same time when Bree come in. Hold on. Let's mess the time up right up here. Check this out. Look what you finna see on the video. That's why them YouTubers don't want to break this shit down like this. Look, boom, you got this shit going on with Man walking in the lobby. All this at 1 something. How y'all look, match right up. Look, don't the time match up? Because if it's at 3:31 on this footage and you put the time stamp, they'll be at 2:31. And then you finna get boom. Guess where they all heading to? Got them? So Leonora said, so when they asked Leonora about, hey, did you
she would have pushed by that. I asked her friends how was her hair was when she left out the hotel. They said her hair was flat and straight down. And when I saw it, looked like it was just all over her head. It didn't add up.
She knew she was in a fight and knew her hair was all over her head. So they actually interviewing the killers like King Rob said.
It didn't add up.
Were you the one who spoke with your sister at about 1:30 the night before on Saturday?
1:30 and Saturday when you not 2 time. What was going on at 1:30? And keep this in mind at 1:30. Golly. Look, watch this. See this at 1:30? Look at this. Ooh, y'all. Bam. All family connected. You see number of family members on that motherfucker. Friends. Look on this footage at one something. And then you finna go back to the 911. Guess what Miss Teresa said on the 911 call?
I was laying in bed. I just had breast surgery. I fought deep breast cancer. So I'm, sedated off medication early. And they telling me she out here. So once I rejuvenated, to strengthen myself enough to get up and drive out here to look for
Didn't drive nowhere.
my car. I came right out here. And I came to the hotel and I showed them. Okay.
Now look, this is gonna be before the 911. So look, this will be matched to some when they interviewed Livernoir. Said what?
Saturday morning or no? Somebody, one of your.
Over her head. It didn't add up. It didn't add up.
Were you the one who spoke with your sister at about 1:30 the night before on Saturday morning or no? Somebody, one of your family members spoke with her at 1:30, right?
No, I know she left the house at 11:30.
On Friday?
Yeah.
But Saturday morning, there was a report that somebody spoke with her, at least knew that she was alive at 1:30 on Saturday morning. Is there any confirmation that you know of from that? Okay.
No, I didn't.
So we're literally looking for what happened.
Told you, and what happened? Guess what Miss Teresa said in her 911 call?
Picture her and I asked them if they see it, and it was a lady in the lobby, and she heard me asking at the front desk, and she said it was music. She did hear music.
And that's gonna be at Tucson
downstairs to report the room,
Look.
and trying to find out was the people next door.
And check this out, and this will be at Tucson. Let's go to Tucson. Oh, why she said she gonna be? Yeah, I saw my daughter there with a group of girls. How she describing everything that's on the fucking footage? Now this at 2:00, 30 minutes after Livernoir was like, yeah, did she contact with one of your family members? Because the family member came back to you, Livernoir. No, but
we knocked on the door. That person said that she did see my daughter downstairs with, it was like 4 of them, and it was 4 of them.
4 of them.
And she said my daughter, she was with 3 of her friends, but her 3 friends said, which then, these kids won't tell the truth. They said that they went upstairs to get her cell phone. And when they went to get her cell phone, she was standing in the lobby, in the front lobby. And then when they came back down, she wasn't there anymore.
No, I completely.
So they go back to Ball. And 54 broke that down with the Ball. Hold up. Watch what she said about it. Don't this shit match up now? This shit match up. Come on now, I don't even supposed to be buffering like this. Here we go. Guess what she finna say about Ball? You just heard the 911 call.
And Ball.
Yeah.
The girl that I nicknamed Ball.
Yeah,
at the very beginning of this case. I received a lot of emails, and it sounds like there's a lot of information going around, a lot of questions surrounding Kenneka and Ball. Now,
watch how they finna stir you up.
I want to show y'all a couple things. I didn't address back then, so I'm going to address it now. Come on.
That's why they got to address it now, because y'all were getting close.
On Sunday, September the 10th.
See that?
Kenneka was found dead in that hotel freezer at the Crown Plaza.
Guess how her stuff in the match up with Miss Teresa?
We was all in an uproar. Nobody, everybody that took a hold to this case couldn't understand what had just happened and what they was trying to tell us. Now, there was talk of, release the tapes. Everybody wanted to see the tapes. We wanted to see Kenneka actually walk in this freezer.
Let's go to one song.
We got the lives from Irene, from Ty.
Yep, got all that shit.
And then they finally gave us the footage.
And finally
Now,
gave us.
when all of this started to happen,
what's happening?
There was a lot of people reporting on this case.
Yep.
YouTubers.
Yep.
Newspaper articles, the news broadcasters. I mean, everybody was on this case. Now, one article in particular came out. I highlighted it right here.
Cause you know
from the Chicago Tribune.
Chicago
and it's dated
Tribune.
September
The 13th. Now this is 13th. Y'all know they released Kenneka Jenkins' first footage of her walking towards the freezer on September the 15th. The 15th. Keep that in mind. This on the 13th. If you know what was going on outside the Rosemont Hotel, the Crown Plaza, this is when they had the protest going on, right? This the protest going on, right? I don't want to get off track cause it's a lot to take in. So let me stick to the T. We gotta stick with Miss Teresa said. They called me and said, bring me my car, and I stayed out here. Right? Meaning that if you said you got the call at 4:34, if you got Bree at 2:02 on the foot, guess what they all interested in? The pool area. Remember when Miss Teresa said they were cleaning out the pool around 3 in the morning? Thumb me up if y'all remember that. If you remember that right, I got to show y'all this. Cause French K said what time they was cleaning out the pool. Let me skip it a little bit. French K said, look, watch this. He said, where is it? I gotta go down right up in her. The girl from upstairs being pulled out the pool. Guess what time they will be pulling her out the pool? Her lip was busted, and on the inside of her mouth was bleeding. And her head and her clothes, you know what I'm talking about? Look, he's saying, look, it looked like somebody assaulted the girl. It was multiple people in her. It was a struggle. And guess what time French K was actually saying what time this would be happening? Right at the same time, the news report asked Livernoir, hey, Livernoir, round about this one something, it was a murder video. Do you know something about it? No, I don't know nothing about it. Ooh. So that means when you see Balls,
November the 13th,
aka Kenneka in the lobby at 1 something, and you finna connect this to Livernoir, cause y'all remember when Trey Gang dropped the video and showed y'all, look who will be in the lobby before Kenneka showed up in the lobby.
In this article. Now again, this is what, 3 days after they found Kenneka. In this article, one of the things that stood out was the fact that they said at 3:20 a.m. that Saturday that Kenneka was seen on surveillance video staggering, drunk near the front desk.
And look at this at 1:20. That we didn't even know in the beginning. Y'all remember they gave us a video said Kenneka will be staggering. This is narrative they want to go with at 3 something. In reality, it's 1 something. 1:20. You don't mean to tell me they got to cover that up, and Livernoir got to cover that up. That's why the news was like, hey, Livernoir, do you know something about when she was last contact? And Livernoir looked shocked like, no, I didn't know she left the house at 11:30. You know what I'm talking about? But they got her on video because Crown Plaza got video of a murder. Look, Crown Plaza got a video of murder, and it's right here. And look what time this will be. 30 minutes after when they said this.
From that time until she was found Sunday morning. I mean, nobody really. That's a long order on Saturday morning, or no? One of your family members spoke with her at 1:30, right?
No, I know she left the house at 11:30.
On Friday, yeah. But Saturday morning, there was a report that somebody spoke with her. At least knew
It's a
that she was
report.
alive at 1:30 on Saturday.
And guess who will have the phone? Cause look, check this out. She already something. When you look at this footage, if this is at 2:02, and you know what happened on the footage at 1:30, you would be like, damn, that's why she said, I don't know nothing. Cause Crown Plaza delete her role ended. Delete her role in it, and then you got Miss Teresa saying this on the 911 call. Hold up. God damn it. I gotta go back to the old keys.
According to authorities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The family says they wasn't told about this until 10 p.m. that night, meaning Saturday night.
Yeah.
Because we all remember the footage of when
right there. Yeah.
Miss Teresa and them went up there. Remember at about 8:30, they called the police on them.
Told you.
Because they up there trying to find Kenneka.
Nah, they weren't up there trying to find them.
In this article right here, at 3:20 a.m., this is what was going on in that lobby.
At 1:20, watch this. That's where they fucked up at. Ooh, you got them. You got them. So now you got Livermore. That's why the news said, hey, boom, they got Kenneka coming in that jump, bro, and meeting up with who? Her own family members. And look, in 15 minutes, just
when this girl walked through.
Check this out. Before this scene, you had Livermore sitting on the same couch with this white lady sitting on with her own cousin, hugging and kissing each other. Bro! And Kenneka walked in. Look at this. If this at 1:15 on the footage, it's gonna say 3:15. Now you see why they had to be like, look, say this at 3:15, cause we can't say this at 1:15 because Livermore, it's gonna fuck up everything. You see what I'm saying? It's finna mess up everything. Cause now everybody finna see be like, damn, why you said this was that one song?
And when I saw it, looked like it was just all over her head. It didn't add up.
Oh, and you point yourself. That's why you said it looked like she was in a fight. Then you go to King Rob and chose a king. These folks said Livermore, James Coleman, and Miss Teresa killed Kenneka Jenkins, and they got it on the video. If they want to get paid, you got to commit this murder. Because we already got the kidneys. Since we already got the kidneys and the organs, you know, I'm talking about, you know, before we get all of that, you got to commit the murder. Look at it. Please. And I'm begging. Did Livermore snitch on herself and said her hair was all over her head at this timestamp? At this timestamp. Hold on, this said 2. I need to go back to 1:30. Guess what this finna show at 1:30? if this said 3, and this said I need to go back a little bit further. Now this said 1:30. Guess what everybody was talking about at 1:30 and be like, how she get in the kitchen? And this said 1:30 on the video, 1:30. And this what Trey Gang and other YouTube addressed it. Even the ones that were there, they said, yeah, look, it looked like they heard something down on the lower level. Boom! Then you get her and say this shit here. Cause this finna happen at 1:30. You see what I'm saying? She is the killer. It's multiple killers in this when you doing rituals and shit. Why you think they said that we ain't got no DNA? Woo, thank you, Rosamund. You saved our ass on this one. Yeah, then Mitch Reed talking about they ain't take no DNA. But in her heart rejoicing like, woo, they were the shit. They mean they word. But Mitch Reese is crashing out. Cause guess what? If you don't have faith in the devil, you will crash out. Look, if you don't have faith in the devil, bro, and like damn, this just showed you that Mitch Reese said, what time did she get the call? Is it just mean? When you look at this footage now, and you not 2 hours out the footage, and you say you love Kenneka Jenkins, and you mean to tell me Leonora broad daylight and said her hair was all over her head, and you got a video that lead to the death at that time, and you was in the lobby before your sister arrived at that job. Ooh. And this ain't even, and then look, this ain't even the cold part about it. Cause now you finna go back to Kiara cold case. Man, I wanna cry so bad, bro. Look, watch this, y'all. Just imagine that you from the hood and you got connection with Bill Mary, because everybody saw the picture with her in a gold buster outfit, want to show booty and everything with her kids and on Halloween, and they just show the world that like, hey, you just told the world you was at a crime scene. If this said 1:31, that's where the screen come in there and her hair will be all over her head. And you got people that's there. Know what's going on. Like, boom. It's going down. In the kitchen. And listen to her story.
Were you the one who spoke with your sister at about 1:30 the night before on Saturday morning? Or no? One of your family members spoke with her at 1:30, right?
No, I know she left house at 11:30.
On Friday. Yeah. But Saturday morning, there was a report that somebody spoke with her, at least knew that she was alive at 1:30.
And check this out. And she knew, if you look at her reaction, check this out. If you got the news and said it's a report saying a family member, and if you know and living over here that you know only body that know about a missing person report or report of her last seen, and she looking at the news like, damn, how you know that? Like, it's a report? Like, yeah, it's a report. And that report lead back to you. Check this out. The report lead back to this girl so bad that 54 had to break it down. She didn't even show y'all that before this happened, her sister was in the lobby with the cousin. And it just exposed that Leonora having sex with her cousin. Then they said Kenneka. They just show you how hot they is, bro. Bro, if you don't see this was at 316, according to Crown Plaza. 316? Yeah, 316. Go read the Bible. Say, well, you should know what 316 say in the yeah. You say you a Christian, and you know what 316 mean in the Bible. Then it say when God said I gave my only begotten son. 316. Jesus. In Jesus 316. Go to Jesus 316, right? I ain't finna Google this for y'all. You can do this on yourself as I speak. This how you know Jesus is real, bro. Cause Jesus' name would never come up in these type of cases if it ain't got nothing to do with spiritual and demon. What John 3:16 say? John 3:16? John 3:16? For God loved the world that he got his only forgotten son to save it. Ooh wee. So what this mean when I say, hey, this is spiritual journey? Cause guess what time Kenneka will walk in the lobby? Exactly at 3:16. John. And watch this. You want to know how this shit so satanic? Cause I could do this right here. This how I know that I'm like, man, you know, this gonna be hard. Cause when you go to John Q. Kenneka Jenkins, then you get a John Q. Oh, then they got him like, oh yeah, let's say that's why they call him John Q, cause he played pool. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. People so sleep that you can let these people come in and be like, yeah, we look, John Q. And guess who supported John Q when it come to this? Why did y'all? If you go to John Q and see that image and what he really look like, you'll be like, whoa. Hold on. Do I need to go to 54 Cube on the round table? Because all this finna cover up for who? Leonora at one song. Because it's a murder video. Ain't that cold? Ain't that cold that you can have big YouTube channel and ignore this information? Check this out. This why they mad at trade gangs. This why they want to expose trade gangs so much. Cause you could add Leonora and her interview and be like, yeah, Leonora, tell her about this.
I was surprised how was her hair was when she left out the hotel. They said her hair was flat and straight down. And when I saw it, looked like it was just all over her head.
Hold on, so you said you asked her how was her hair? It was flat and straight. But when you saw it, it was all over her head.
It did straight down. And when I saw it, looked like it was just all over her head.
So you was at the crime scene. You was at the crime scene. All day long. You see this? This is the reason why I be doing what I'm doing. Cause Trey ain't trolling like a motherfucker when it come to these suckers with 100-some thousand followers. Cause the empire finna fall. The empire finna fall. All because, man, when I was little and stuff, I seen Freemason symbol on cars. I done seen Freemason that I done talked to Freemason in my youth days, and like, hey man, they sound like preachers. Like, damn, man, look, check this out, man. Them folk would preach the gospel to you, I swear, up and down. Let a Freemason tell you something about Jesus. They ain't got to even bash. They'll lure you with Jesus. They'll put Jesus on the bait like a fishing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you say you believe in Jesus? Yeah, you know, did you ask him, hey, you believe in Jesus? And he gonna say, yeah, I believe in Jesus. Yeah, I do. He ain't got to lie on that. That's what a real Satan would like. Yeah, I believe in Jesus. A Satan worshiper come to you and you could be a Christian. Watch how that debate gonna go. But like, hey, you believe in Jesus? Yeah, I believe in Jesus. You believe in Satan? Yeah, I believe in Satan. Can't believe in God and don't believe in any other spiritual goddess. Y'all want to see the truth? This the reason they fear Trey Gang, and I hope when I hit this play button that you will recognize, be like, damn, Leonora. They asked Leonora about 1:30, and she said no. She didn't contact my family members, but at the same time, before they asked her that question, they said they read the report. They read the report. Since she on camera, she was like, nope, no, you know what I'm saying? I got nothing to do with it. I just know she left the house at 11:30. Then you got Miss Teresa on look. Then you got 54 Keys. Check this out how 54 Keys finna break down at that time frame. Then look, watch this. Look what time this will be going on. If this at 3, 2, that means this will be at 1:40. Look what 1:40 show. Boom. Then look what 54
I
come
started to
with.
call her
Bam!
Baba because of her hairstyle. You know, y'all know how I feel about that. It ain't for everybody. But she comes in, she start talking to the guy that we know to be Trevante Howard, and then him and her leave out. Now, don't forget in that article, it said that at 3:20, she was seen on
120.
surveillance staggering, drunk near the front desk.
Like
She ain't look like she was.
Look, just like Leonora said. If Leonora is gonna be on the footage before she showed up. So drunk staggering is when they were beating that girl up. I see you in the big, you off the feet. You got time to get a can I say that? Look what at 1:41. The news as living know that she had contact with it was on the door. And then look, if
Staggering to me. I mean, she walked in, started talking to dude, and left. But this is what they put out there.
Yeah.
And so for a very long time, you know, we all went back and forth on whether or not this was Kenneka. And two of the things that had me kind of on the fence about it was the fact that the hair was different. And if you notice, Baw's looked like she had on maybe some boots.
And that's how you confuse the public. Because if you got this at 341, look what this would look like at 341. And it's actually at 141. And go back to living north when the news said, yeah, you know what's going on at 130? Because the footage show what's going on. But you got YouTube or TikTok or Instagram will show you none of this shit. Like, fuck the footage. Let's go what's hot. You know, people think this shit. And then when you go to this, they try to say the girl showed up at the hotel in the beginning at one something. So this would be at 113, right? So if that was at 113 and you knock the footage on this John, if this just say 3, 13, 16, and you got her meeting in the lobby, oh, you don't even need a rocket science to figure this shit out. And to make it so bad, you got YouTubers out here and TikTokers, and they will make content about you and try to tell the world, man, that crazy as fuck. You don't know what he's talking about. It's bad. All of this shit. But not one of them finna play the video. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? That make a big difference. Look, you wanna know how much this make a difference? What time this is? Just to clarify, I ain't gonna say no. What time this is? Just go on this timestamp alone. What time this is? And watch this. If you know what time this is, now you see why they say, oh yeah, Kenneka came in at 1 something. She came in at 113. 113? She just arrived? But I remember y'all said she came in at 12:13. Oh yeah, you know. Alright, let's put another timestamp on there. So do y'all notice this? Guess what y'all don't notice? Do y'all know that you got a timestamp on this side, but no timestamp on this side? And 54 breaking it down. Ooh, wee. But if you go to this video, you got a timestamp right here, but you don't got a timestamp right here. And guess what it all gonna show? This is what it all gonna show. What time this is? This at 3, so they'll be at 142. Guess who the staff will be talking to? The beverage manager. Assistant beverage manager. Not Lenny and not the one that found her in the freezer, but him. And told him where to go. And guess what time this would be? If this at 3, check this out. This shit so crazy. Look. When they asked Leonor, hey, what happened to her at 3:30? Cause it's a video of a white chick in a white t-shirt Now, if they interview Leonora at a protest and they talking about release a tape because the tapes weren't released yet, no freezer footage, nobody, no footage yet. We don't even got access to footage. Look what the footage would look like at 142, right there. Staff members. Boom. Let's go to 2 some. Right there. You gotta play this shit. You got to actually watch this shit. Look. Oh man, how that happen? They done made me start all over. Y'all seen that? Now y'all seen I ain't did none of this shit. I ain't even moved my mouth. Y'all just seen that shit, bro. Y'all just see that I ain't even moved my mouth and they just look at this at 140 and they asked her sister what happened there between 1:30 cause we know she had last contact with family members at 1:30 and look what 10 minutes later. This just 10 minutes later. Got stabbed. This at 1 some. This crazy 141. Family members, you got family members on the footage. And guess what Franz K said at what was going on at 1 some. This crazy part about it. Cause he said, hey, look, and about some, hold on, look, watch what he said. The man said, around 12 something, I go proceed to the room, investigate a noise complaint. Keep this in mind, Mr. Risa said, what about a noise complaint? Boy, Trey Gang cook. Cook, Trey Gang, go to Mr. Risa. When she said about the noise complaint, man, I wish everybody would share this live video when Franz K said, oh, I went up there and investigate a noise complaint. And it match up with what Mr. Risa said at that particular time. Mr. Risa matched it up at that particular time and said this.
My daughter wasn't here on the 6th.
Watch this.
Okay, and well, you know what, real quick, I'm just going to see if maybe I'm going to see if maybe she was here at all. What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Kenneka Jenkins.
All right, and could you spell her?
The room wasn't registering her name. She came with some friends here.
No, and yeah, I just want to verify. I'm about to say I actually just came in myself. Probably been on shift for about 45 minutes, so I just want to make sure that, you know, maybe she didn't get arrested and sent on her. You know what I mean? I just want to double check everything. But
okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. But it doesn't look like we had any run-ins with her last night at all. Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses, or, you know, she's probably...
No, actually, because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance will not pay for no one besides her. And her friends kept calling my phone. I told them to stay out here. They stayed out here they called me like about 3 something in the morning. I was laying in bed. I just had breast surgery.
Look, what this would look like.
Like some Timbs or something. Some wheat Timbs.
With family
and we know that Kenneka came in the hotel wearing some Jordans. The Wolf Grey.
You tricked the public, said this was going on at T-Sun, and you actually you said it was at at one something. Look, it actually happened once, and you got Leonora, you got everybody on the footage at once. So this show you prove that, hey, when Miss everything I got at 434, I'll be. I gotta work extra hard for this shit, bruh. Look, they said the nigga came in. That's when the movie over. If you go to the movie, the last show gonna. Ain't nobody gonna be in no movie. It's leaving the movie. By Mitch. You see what I'm saying? This video so edited. Do what they get.
Praise to be exact.
Look, why do this footage match up? Y'all see this at 113? Check this out. You got power over the. You can manipulate numbers. You can manipulate. They said this at. How many of y'all believe right now? Yeah, this shit. I'm going in now, y'all. I need to hold my microphone. I need to hold my microphone cause I'm going in and out, and I recognize that damn my microphone going in and out. This what fuck me up. Cause I see people saying I can't hear. Oh yeah. So let me just go on and just hold this motherfucker to my motherfucker mouth. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? No goddamn diddy, but I gotta get this shit upon. I'm finna hold these motherfuckers to the pearl lip. And I hope they didn't distract nobody in the chat. Like, Trey, you said something about pearl lip. I'm like, man, you like shit. Come to find out you a old fine Kruger. I see why you talking about your pearl lip. Cause you got goddamn it, diligence over here. You got a 25 with a pearl hound on that motherfucker. I know this motherfucker. What you say? You can hear me now? Okay, cool. You hear me now? I had to hold the microphone like I'm Temptation over here. So if you hear Trey Gang speak right now, I had to grab my microphone just like Temptation do. You know what I'm talking about? You know how they be close on the microphone and you know do all these. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry. That's what I'm doing right now. Hold on, what you? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, we finna cook. I see the number going up now. So glad the number going up now, cause this all I just want y'all to see. This all I just want y'all to see. Do you see that Miss Teresa sold her soul? Cause she said, hey, that's my daughter that arrived at the hotel at 1:13, even though the Crown Plaza said it was at 12:30. And look how they distract y'all, be like on this side. Watch this. Y'all finna wake up now. Oh, this was going on at 12:13? Yeah, this was at 12:13. First arrived. Oh, this was at 12:13. So this happened an hour later after that. So that means she would have who the murderer then? What happened to the nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, she with family. Oh, yeah. Oh, small. We got to, you know what I'm talking about? Look, y'all. Look. I'll get back to that later on. All I just want y'all to just hear when I play this video. And I want y'all to look at it like this. That lady said they called me and I told them, like, y'all got a phone too. I knew someone right. That's the reason why she had to say, hey, look what the footage would show at that time frame. From an old bitch right? Hey, you know what I'm saying? That Kruger coochie ain't working no more. You gotta sell your soul if you want you a young nigga. But you got daughters that keeping up and you know what I'm talking about, and you trying to hang up with them. I bet you see how it different over here, hold it down.
You locked in.
Right. But he doesn't know what you know about freezers at that time.
Exactly.
Right.
Did you go into the actual freezer that your daughter was in? Did you like try to?
And this all in one song. That's why they asking her. But check this out. The reason why they said, did you walk in the freezer? Because that's what the 911 call said.
You know, I fought that breast cancer, so I'm, you know, sedated off medication early, and they telling me she out here. So once I rejuvenated, to strengthen up myself enough to get up and drive out here to look for. Once they brought me my car, I came right out here.
So she already had a drug problem. Cause she said I had to, I was sedated, but she using it sedated like I just had breast surgery. But if you look how she crashing out now, you like, man, yeah, you a junkie. Man, you a junkie. I see. Look, check this out. Y'all, please tell me when I show y'all this. Do y'all love the movie Isaiah? Y'all remember that movie Halle Berry, Isaiah? If you remember that movie, give me a thumbs up right now. Isaiah, Halle Berry, Isaiah, Losing Isaiah. That's the name of the movie. Right? Do y'all remember the movie Losing Isaiah? All right. Okay. Do y'all know where that movie was filmed? let me show y'all something that a lot of y'all don't know. Can anybody tell me where that movie was filmed? Losing Isaiah. Where that movie was filmed at? On the shot. Remember how old you was when the movie came out? Remember, you know, that like, damn, you know, look at your favorite actor that played the movie, right? But guess where the movie was shot at? You Google this right now. I ready for you to be everybody to Google. Where was that movie filmed at? And now you finna see like, God damn, he ain't lying, Trey gang. Where the movie Isaiah was filmed at? Chicago. I told y'all, Chicago, right? This the movie Isaiah. Watch this. Google this. The movie Isaiah. Everybody watch the movie, right? Everybody know what that movie about. Since you know it was in Chicago, Google, you know, when she, you know what I'm saying, losing Isaiah, right? Google, what was the movie about? Like that, right there. Type it in my chat. What was the movie about? What was the movie about? And this in Chicago. I should have asked the question first. What location they filmed it in Chicago? And they're gonna make a big difference. That's finna make a big, cause you wanna know how a bigger difference they're gonna make? Cause you're gonna be like, damn. Just think about if you from another state and you like, damn, I know how my city get down. And Hollywood came on our block like, yeah, look, let's film a movie and we finna shoot Candyman. Look. Now, Google this. Where Candyman was shot at? I'm not saying it was shot at the movie. Candyman. You just answered the question. The question I asked y'all was like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Finna go back to Chicago again. And then when they go back to Chicago, you finna be like, damn, Candyman. I used to be scared of that movie. Like, Candyman, you better not go in that mirror. Candyman 5 times. I remember going to school to this shit. Chicago and Louisiana. Ooh, wee. Look. The reason why I said this, cause guess what cause look, nobody didn't even, everybody got it right? But nobody never pinpoint the location. Let me show you where they filmed Candyman at. I'm finna show y'all where they filmed Candyman at. Watch this. Hold on. I went to Aaron Rodgers and all this. I gotta. Nah, I ain't even gotta go to it. If you go to Candyman, guess who Candyman was? They filmed Candyman in the Cabrini Green. Do your research. Candyman, this your favorite horror movie? Go back to JJ Good Time. That's the same time they were filming Candyman. And if you go back when you was a child, right? If you was a child, that's your favorite horror movie. Because I remember going to school and goddamn it showing how tough I am, you know, and other kids like, I ain't scared of Candyman. You know, we used to go in the bathroom like, say Candyman, you know, I'm talking about 5 times. And like Bloody Mary. You see what I'm saying? Like Bloody Mary, right? I didn't even know that it's so deep like that you could actually
Hotel for over an hour.
and boom, you could actually go to these lawyers, to the 911 call. Watch this. When he said it was employees in the kitchen, they not same frame, but they in the same kitchen. Right? That means that we could be, just say Trey Gang on the same camera with a female that I'm finna set up. Basically what he's saying is like, hey, he walked in the kitchen first, and minutes later, the victim walked in the kitchen first. So we don't know what happened because they not on the same time frame, right? That means that, hey, if I'm connected with law enforcement, right, and I know this for a fact, if I'm working for law enforcement and we part of the Illuminati, and you give me the A-OK to do what I'm willing to do, you gotta protect me. But what you taught me that if I do this, I gotta blame myself because I got caught and you gave me the A-OK. Meaning that, Mr. Risa, if you said your niece, man, go back to the niece. Going back to the niece. This finna be the crazy part about it. All I just want to show y'all that this is why she got Larry Rogers on her corner at that time when the shit. And you look up Larry Rogers, right? And I just dropped video and went live. I'm so dedicated, Kenneka Jenkins on. Look, I'm so dedicated, Kenneka Jenkins. Everybody know this. And I'm like, man, look, y'all. This Larry Rogers. Larry Rogers is not a black man. He a East Indian. Barack Obama is an East Indian, bruh. And I thought they were black. Look at it, Kamala Harris. I thought the girl was black. I thought the girl was like, yeah, this is an African, a sellout African. And then realize, and like, hey, you actually look. If you think he black, now that man ain't black. If you grow old, right, and your hair still curly, and like, damn, that man got good hair, you like, yeah, what you mix with, Indian? Oh, you just told your whole history. You just told your whole history. This is like you could be a slave, your grandma was a slave, like they taught us in school. And guess what? And we had family members like, look at my cousin got good hair, like, you know what I'm saying? Man, I got cousin, brothers, I got nappy hair. I thought I had nappy hair till I let it grow out. Cause you know your hair, if you don't comb it, it's naturally gonna be nappy, tangled. I'm out. Man, look, I was so brainwashed and I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, French braid. Guess where French braids come from? French braid. And I'm like, damn, that's how the Vikings. They already had braids, so what basically I'm saying, a black woman shouldn't even get offended if a white lady braid her hair. And you be like, what you trying to be black? No, you ain't trying to be black because the Vikings braided their hair before they went to war. They braided their hair. That's why they call it French braid. French braids is different from African braids. You see what I'm going with this shit, bro? Look. If you look at Larry Roger, bro, if you go to Mr. Risa 911 call, only thing I just want to show the world is this. Did Miss put herself at crime at 1 and 2 some? Eva Livernory at 1 and 2 some on September the 9th. Thumb me up, you believe that. You see what I'm saying? And it's on the file. This the shit crazy, cause look, the Trey Gang was like, look, y'all, I looked into Larry Roger. He graduated from Kent College. If he graduated from Kent College and he a lawyer to represent Mr. Reeser, why Mr. Reeser straight drop family member is the judge over the case? Over the case. I mean, you got Dorothy Brown. Jedediah Brown had to change his name from Coleman to Brown. Cause you don't, check this out. Y'all remember August Cole? The one they were like Antonio Vick, that girl there. Guess who she related to? Watch this. If you remember, everybody thumb me up right now if you remember August Cole. The one that said this shit right here. Watch this, y'all. It's Tony and Vet Evan. August Cole, right? Check this out. August Cole. Right here. Don't she look just like? Check this out. This is the crazy part about it. Do August Cole look just like Antonio and Vet Evans on top of this screen? From right here, right? Watch this. This is the crazy part of it. She go viral every time, cause oh yeah, she told us about who was in the casket and how they get away with, and look at her as like, yeah, you a savior, bitch, like, you know, and this bitch was there. Check this out. Watch this. If you look how way she look like, what's her name? August Cole. Kiara Cole. Hello. That's the crazy part of it. And once you go to Kiara Cole, look, y'all remember Jennifer the Realist? These that small YouTube, you could expose little small YouTube that nobody don't fuck with. And guess who she look like? Right there.
Sorry, YouTube.
Look. And they want to call, look, right there. Check this out. Hold on. Watch this. Guess who she look like? I'm finna go to my Facebook page. She better not look like Kiara Cole.
Sorry, YouTube.
She better not look like Kiara Cole. Watch this. Check this out. I need to go to my Facebook. Y'all see what she look like? Shit. Hold on, y'all. Watch this. Check this out. I got the verify. They say that, yeah, you verify your robot. I need to. Y'all hear this? I gotta go to Miss Teresa Mon page. I'm on her page. I'm on her page. I'm finna click on her page and I'm finna just go to the photo. Cause the photo is what I want to show y'all. Y'all remember Jennifer? Jennifer. The one I just showed y'all, right? Watch this. Guess who Jennifer gonna be related? And then once you see, you'll be like, great game. This shit, it's really scary. Watch. I need to. Yeah, pop. You actually seen Kira Cole. She related to Kira Cole. But when you get August Cole, remember August Cole? You got Kiara. Damn. Hey, man. I need that. I need this picture. Y'all look. Look at it like this. I'm not gonna stop right now to have point this picture to her and y'all. Watch how she finna look. You know what? Matter of fact, I can show you like this here. If you see what she look like, guess what Kiara Cole look like. Watch this. Look.
Award for information?
That's right. Look. Boom. Then when you go to same, no, look at this. if you look at kids, they ain't gonna keep. If you watch this, y'all. Lady